Something isn't right here. Feels, feels. Something isn't right here. Feels, feels. Mm.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Osmanthus wine dies the famous river. Something isn't right here. Happiness is in me.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Something isn't right here. Happiness is in me.
Stabilize!
Everyone hold hands! Right here, right now. Emerge.
One with the force.
Another test subject.
Yeah.
Right here. Emerge.
Another test subject.
Free! Solidify!
Right here. Emerge.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Emerge, right here.
Stabilize.
Strike a pose! Hup. Hup. Emerge. Hey!
Solidify.
Well, I'm really like that.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
Wait, I do need to. Do I need to collect them? Oh, I guess I need to collect them. Ah, I see. Hmm. Oh. That's done. Star conches. No way I can find them. Let's go around. Let's go around here. No, 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 no. Yeah, maybe this one. We might get some there. Well, I'm really like that.
Shower me with praise. It's pouring out here. Oh, wait, the water levels aren't rising, are they? Yep.
Stabilize!
La 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 la. Pam, pa, pam, pa, pam, pa, pam, pa, 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 pa.
The sun feels almost as hot as those studio lights I'm in front of all the time. Good thing there can only be one sun.
Well, I'm really like that. Oh, oh, nice.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange outfit.
Dandelions? Of course they're flowers. All I can think about is Diluc.
Come in, take a seat.
Wait, damn. I thought he was gonna hum so bad, but he was alright. What the heck? Hmm? Da, da, da. Fnatic is playing against Team Heretics. Damn. She's amazing the DCT. What the hell?
Hello. Would you like to practice? Oh, really?
Oh, these are all done. Damn. Whee.
Thank you both so much. At last, everything on the list is done. I'm afraid I still have some final preparations to make, but I'll see you tomorrow. Then the party can begin.
Okay, we can do that later. I mean, not later. I'm not doing anything today. I mean, tomorrow. Oh wait, I got appointed this. Let me do. Let, why is it not working? Okay, there we go. Nah. Nah, I'm not doing it. Guru. Oh, I need one more of him. Okay. Oh my god, we don't have. We got 21 days to wait. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I still have a trash thingy to do it. I don't like this one. Wait, why can't I open it? Man, I hate it. I hate doing this one. Wait, if I talk to Door.
I still have some final preparations.
Oh, I can't do it now. Okay. Good, good. Dun 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 dun. Oh. Oh. When are we getting this? 14th May? We got 4 days to go. Damn, son. Okay. Buy you also. I'm gonna pull for the weapons. I don't care whatever weapon I get, I will be happy. I'm gonna pull for the weapons. First, I need to get one of these, either wander or buy the. I'm good with both. I'm good with both. How much ticket do I have now? Man, when is Woodring is releasing a? I want to play other game. I mean, yeah, it is. It's still, I think it's a 2 weeks for it. Oh my god. That's 70 pulls. Damn, son. 5 pulls are 20. Yeah, that's 70 pull. Damn, I still don't have any price tag on this. But this game is mad that. I will stop pulling for Harlequin, I guess. But I'm really like that. Okay, I'm done playing. Close. 1 second. Seconds. Wait, game hasn't closed yet. Ah.
It's a complete change of pace. Chronicle's now the one with the Odin, but he's already low.
Not an easy fight to take, especially when Wood's spamming back on the other side. Okay, Chronicle, decent bit of damage. Rien's down to 55, but the kill gets him Rolling Thunder. They have that to work with for sight. Sight take, but they're using it a little bit deeper in towards the spawn. Looks like it'll catch at least the one. Boaster tried to dodge it with the Shrouded Step, but still gets caught. This denies them any sort of congestion around that spike plant. Late lurk being sent out by Durka. There is a player towards the broken door, Benji Fishy, sitting down waiting for the re-aggression of this side. Fnatic need their point of contact to make a play, and with the paranoia put through, Boaster wasn't able to make it away from Rien's. Benji Fishy catches Alpha. Now they know his position, but Durka's steps are heard. The nade used, it might push him out into the open, into a wide angle, but Benji's able to win the fight nonetheless. And this is a much better face from Team Heretics. When the rifles come back out, the wins are found. Leo grabbing one. I'm not even sure if that's a echo location or just a wild spray, but either way, fair play to him.
First round on the board. Much better stuff from Heretics. I think even just being able to deny some of the spams. I think Chronicle might feel a little bit hard done by. Like, Dirk has been spamming that every single round. The one time he tries to do it, they've spammed him right back. But then even just, I like the way they're using all of the utility, especially Rien's. Having that Rolling Thunder deep, making sure that you can get the plant with no problems, but they don't just then give up that space. They have further counter utility to make things much more awkward for Fnatic on the retake, and their first round ends up being relatively clean. The problem though, Fnatic's rounds have been so clean, they buy up easy.
That they do, yeah. Plenty of credits in the bank. Even for the next round, some of these players will be able to buy up. Ults are coming online as well. So is Boaster.
Whoa,
right up top, but caught.
see.
Shrouded Step from Boo gets a little ahead of where they were ready for. And Fnatic, you know, we saw this in, I think, round 4, where they went for the aggression around Rubble. It got them a lot of control. It allowed the early rotates, and ultimately, you could argue, won them the round on the C site. But now, completely different result to be fair. Or rather, it was a B site push when they had pushed up on Rebel. Now they lose their smoker, lose Boaster, Durka down to 56 HP, and 0 information on that defensive side as to where this push could be coming in.
Dirk already tagged him. Definitely makes things a little bit more awkward. Alpha's position is being revealed. They know exactly where he is, and they're now going to try and put the pressure on. He has no support, and they know that. The Neural Theft gave them every single piece of information they ever could have desired. Now, Alpha's pulled off miracles from here before, but Boo is more than ready for it. leaves 3 players trying to rotate in time. Leo doesn't quite manage to land the shots. In fact, it's Durka. He's quickly found 2. Chronicle's found another.
They haven't got the plant
This is a
yet.
2v5 just a split
30
second
seconds
ago,
left.
and now it's very much doable.
I mean, Heretics have Rienne's on low HP and the spike still to be planted, Tom. If I was to favor anyone here, it might be Fnatic. But Heretics have got Benji snuck in to that corner.
Spike
If
planted.
Durka doesn't
No.
clear it and he hasn't, that will be a free kill. The second player, I think Benji had an idea, but the timing is terrible. Chronicle, pit online. Does he want to use it here, though? No idea quite how low Rienne's is. Perhaps 29
he saw
HP,
him.
and I think Rienne saw him go in the corner, but the shot is hit.
Yeah.
3 kills for Chronicle and a 5th round
That was
on the
a good
board for
one.
Fnatic.
That's a 2v5. That's a 2v5.
We need a replay of what Durka just did. Those 2 kills coming in so quickly. Wow.
Ah, that one's got a sting though. Like Heretics finally managing to get their first round on the board. The openers were great. Like Boo did an amazing job. Like he predicts where Alpha is going to push from. Also countered Boaster in the early fight, and then connects onto a second player, waiting for them here. And it still just doesn't go their way. Like just the
Oh!
what? All right. Okay. Well, I guess that works out for you, doesn't it?
What?
One enemy
I'm not even sure how he reacted to the first person dying so quickly to transfer. That was so quick. I think Durka's found a new favorite weapon.
I don't know how
Look at that
TX
with Ivy.
rounds that like.
Well, it seems like we have
Oh wait,
ourselves
my
a
Discord is
technical
on.
pause.
It was like Pansy in the
I did
building.
notice that Neil wasn't even in the room when we just saw that replay, so I wonder if maybe it's something to do with him. I don't know. Like we just see Weber on his own looking frustrated, which is definitely a little more interesting. Luckily, in this scenario, the coaches wouldn't be able to talk anyway. That dull, huh, guys? That dull. In your pajamas, going to bed. What's going on? Oh,
4
God.
round gap, man. I mean, for Heretics, I'm surprised when we went to the player camps there. I kind of do think it's something to do with Neil, because Benji is smiling ear to ear. Sounds like he's heard a good inside joke.
That's the thing.
was.
There was something I was confident about going into the season, was that Benji was always going to be great for the vibes. Like, whether he was good, the player he is right now, I didn't expect. I didn't expect him to be as good as he's been.
not.
You look at the match yesterday versus Foot, he was genuinely unbelievable. But he was always going to be someone that was able to bring up the vibe of the team. That's why I actually don't worry too much about Heretics in a lot of these scenarios where they have slow starts, or maybe someone's having a little bit of a rough game, like Miniboo currently quiet, Woot a bit quiet as well. It doesn't worry me because they have those players that are able to turn them back. It's also funny then when you compare to Boo as well, because Boo is just this cold, calculated, well, here we go. Is this man phased?
He looked up at you, Tom.
Nothing phased about it. Yeah, he could, somehow he can't hear me. He can just think what's going on in the room.
No,
I
talking about
genuinely
me again.
believe this man is a genius.
I think so. I think so. His demeanor is disturbing. I'll be honest with you. It's win or lose, clutch or get stomped, get around, taken off you 2v5. He will have the exact same look on his face.
But that was the
Calm, cool,
thing.
and collected.
I got to film with him in Masters, and I was saying to Miniboo, it's like, oh, you're going to be the competitive one of the brothers because he's so calm. And he goes, no. And then Boo goes, I want to win. Like, it's just like, this guy is a competitor through and through. He just maybe doesn't show it as much as some other people on the team. Nonetheless, well, it seems like maybe Neil has found his way back into the chair, because otherwise them calling a pause is a little bit interesting.
Maybe they're trying to find Neil. He's hiding somewhere in the room. It's a fun mini game. Keep the vibes up, you know.
See, I feel like it would have worked better if it was Where's Woot. I don't know how. What would we
Where's
call it?
Neilzinho?
Yeah, it doesn't have the same.
No one's seen Neilzinho.
There, he's back.
Hey, we found him. We won the game. Unlucky. He doesn't look too happy. 5-1 down. You wouldn't be. This is Heretics map pick. Attack side. They need to warm up into it, and they're running out of time. We know the Fnatic are a team that can make those comebacks happen from, well, at this point,
Yeah.
it could be 12-0. I still won't give up on them. Heretics need to earn that accolade, though.
No, I think they need 3. That's the magic number for Fnatic. It's always 3. But no, I think especially the manner in which they lost that last round, like losing a 2v5, one to just an Odin getting a double kill, but then also the way the 2v1 was played, it looked like Benji was caught a little bit out of position. There wasn't really any opportunity for trades. So I think it's probably just like getting them back into that right mindset, because we've seen this team just be so clinical when they get into those advantages. letting them slip like that, especially when it's Fnatic on the other side, you just can't allow that to happen.
Hey,
There's always
Benji
been
has the
another player taking
operator.
those first fights, whether it's Alfier, whether it had been Leo, but Chronicle in following up and trading out. The guy's 9-1 right now. For Fnatic, everything is going right, and they've caught Boo. An ambitious play, I'll call it that, to go straight into the spawn to stick the TP, and from the shadows he came, and from the shadows, to the shadows he went. Nice shot by Mini Boo.
He's just got his first
Oh,
2
Leo got
kills
one
in
though.
quick succession. As said, I never worry about it when it's this guy. I think he's had 1 quiet game the entire season, and he was definitely aware of it. That round was already looking pretty dangerous with the first 2 kills going in the other direction, but Heretics fighting from a deficit, not in a bad spot now.
Well, as much as I love the Odin, these players are well aware of what they're facing against. So Rocket, though, that works out. Durka taking down Mini Boo, and both players remaining are low. The nades
he's
back
dead.
online, and it's perfectly positioned. Rihanna 12 has to run, and
Yeah,
Durka
I knew he was
catches him
dead.
with a headshot. Benji Fishy, though, they know this op is in play, and they've nothing to deny it.
Oh, he
they
whiffed
have
it.
to face him in open combat. 61 HP, and he hits the shot down to 33. Halfway to
Oh
Fuse.
my
Another
God.
shot for Benji Fishy. The Red
What's up,
Bull
Felix?
clutch.
Hello,
And the
hello.
doubling of the rounds, Heretics back on the board. That could be the fire lit under them.
क्या हो रहा है? वो VCT
It's
चल रहा
always
था
the thing
देखना.
where you just see,
I
like,
just
the
realized that
Cypher
VCT is
players
going on,
for
so I
an
just started
operator, and
watching.
you go, that's really interesting. But when it's Benji, I just don't feel like you can even worry at this point. This guy is so good in scenarios when he's needed. That clutch capability, even baits him Boaster almost. Like he gets hit by that paranoia seconds after he manages to land the shot. And then just clinical with isolating the jewels, knowing the timing of when he needed to peak for that counter to already be gone. Oh, there we go. Your second favorite gun in the game.
No, I'm not taking that slander. This
That
gun
was
sucks.
good.
You said you were
Franco
converted
Benji.
when
Benji
Enzo was playing it.
When Enzo
you
has it.
specifically said,
When Enzo
oh,
has
I
it.
have to take back everything I said about it because it's looking pretty good now.
Listen,
And now you're talking
I
smack
slept
about
on
it again.
I slept on it, and now I disagree with those words. I mean, the guy's already got 50 bullets left.
As in you slept
Barely any
on
damage.
the Ares, or as in you slept
I
on it
slept
and now
on
you
the
think it
words
sucks
that I
again?
said. I slept on that
Oh, okay.
that perspective, and I no longer hold it. The gun is trash. Basically, I played it in ranked again and realized it's just terrible. So what you have
Maybe
to
that's just you.
Huh. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. As LMGs go, this thing might as well be a water pistol. He's already picked up Brienne's, though. Durka looking to make a fool of me, but he's caught out. 1 kill, and now we go to much weaker weapons. To be honest, in my opinion, stronger weapons, but that's neither here nor there. Chronicle's caught up close. Has some backup from Leo. Late flank out of Alpha. With the Marshal in hand, and the entirety of the attacking squad ignoring these players, just moving into the B site where
And
they'll
they're
find a plan.
quick as
Alpha
hell, like,
has to
what
go to
the-
the Classic. The Marshal isn't the weapon for this fight, although a lot of these players are tagged very low.
30 seconds
The
left.
Classic being spotted already. He's going to go back to it. But now that they've seen that player, they rotate over to the C site, where Heretics are finding a nice open
2 people
plan,
on
and
60
even
HP,
picking up
1 on
Chronicle along the
75,
way.
1 on
Chances here pretty
108,
low, but Leo's recovered a
106.
rifle, and a lot of these players on Heretics have been tagged up. Don't think he'll go for it, though.
Yeah, that's the thing, is whether or not he wants
It's
to
pretty
just throw the
winnable if
rifle
I
into
say.
the wind, and a lot of that damage maybe not necessarily confirmed. Already things being given up. And you can see this is more of the controlled aspect of Heretics that we've
But they're going
come
for
to see.
peaks.
Very passive. Even got
They're
some
not trying
deep
to win
control
it, they're
towards the
trying to
spawn, so
get
they have their
peaks.
rotation out of there already. They don't need to fight any of the remaining players on Fnatic. They can leave this site without too many problems saying that. He actually hit the tag onto Wu while doing the spam. But I think that Alpha, in the end, is just going to decide to die to the spike, and Leo will just hold on to the right.
Well, everything's gone according to plan in the late round for Fnatic, but not in the early. 5-3. Heretics starting to creep up on their
Damn.
scoreline bit by bit. This round there'll be a little bit more resistance, though.
Timeout
Although a
is
few ultis
working,
are
though.
online for them pretty soon. Fnatic
For
coming
Team
out of this
Heretics.
with the deaths they have and the orbs they found. It's going to give them a chance to have Viper's Pit and Lockdown online. Boasters from the shadows hopefully will find more success than Booze. Or even just stay in the bank.
Funny thing about that first fight is that must have been their own stunt that catches Mini Boo.
Yeah.
So he was just happy to just play through everything. The util combo early, a lot of that's almost used just to try and catch Boo, who has been teleporting across. A lot of damage done, but Mini Boo, as I said, he was 0-6 just moments ago. Never loses confidence,
Man, that is
never
funny, okay.
flees from a fight. And he's going to find Durka in the very first seconds of these rounds.
A very big kill as well, because just a millisecond beforehand, a headshot was hit through the wall onto Rienz. He was being tagged up heavy
That
by
is
that spray.
insane, man.
So
That
a
is
big peek out of
clean.
Minibu to find that opening. And leave Fnatic without that aggressive stance on Rubble, but they have decided to gamble towards A site. And it seems to be the C site. Killjoy setup. Leo in the back lines, Chronicle on the quick rotation, Turret still holding B. And Heretics, I'm not sure if they're going to decide to open that door and move to the B side or angle it all the way around to C. If it's the latter, they could be in trouble.
They've got Nightfall available if they want to use it. Minibu has been caught out, but the rest of the team were going in another direction. Now this actually helps out Fnatic a bit. They're going to be left in a 4v4. They've got the lockdown to try and force them out of position, although Nightfall has been used just to try and deny that early space. I don't know how much
And
that's
this is
actually
why I don't
helped
like
Heretics,
B plays.
because they're going to have to flee anyway, and they're being pushed further into the direction
Wait,
of
wait,
both. So
wait.
they've also
Poster.
misread where some of the players are. So that Rolling Thunder has done absolutely nothing.
Oh my
Bosa
God.
now coming in with the timing, but
Oh.
Alpha is way ahead of it. And he's going to pick up 2 for Benji. He has to fall out of there.
This
And
is why I
honestly,
hate
this
B
round
plays
for
on
Heretics has
Lotus.
been a bit of a nightmare. They commit a lot of ultimates. and
There
they
are
get
way too much
nothing for it.
counters.
Chronicle's got to be kicking
It is
himself
just
at
hard
least
to
because he used the
hold
Viper's
it.
Pit right at the end. I think as he
Yes,
left
KJ
clicked to
or
deploy
Kawhi,
it, all the
you
kills
can't do
came
much
through.
when the opponent has
Unfortunate,
killed.
but hey, better to be safe
Yeah.
than sorry. And
Until
this time,
unless you have
they're at least
Utus to
safe at
break
the
it,
half. They won't
like
be
Raze
losing
made
the
and
lead.
stuff.
6-6, the best possible scoreline for Team Heretics.
This was clean. This is why I was laughing, you know. Why is there they're not breaking the recon? Spared the recon, that is why I was
He
laughing.
found 2, but that third was coming his way nonetheless. A little too clean. Rianz was so low as well.
But the problem I have is that both ults there from Heretics, it seemed like were used to delay, but the lockdown just ruined everything they were going for. Back into the round. Again, we're going to see a more passive position this time with the spams from Dirk. They're not going to try and fight them out in the open like last
way
round.
too early.
The thing is, though, Fnatic are a very similar setup with 3 players towards that broken door. No opportunity for a rotation. And actually, the Nightfall is going to get quite a lot of info here.
Oh, it's also lighting these players low. That wild spray through. It doesn't land this time. Despite a little bit of damage being done, the Nightfall is most of what you were seeing on your screen, so it's all going to decay right back up. For Durka, no success on the spams, but he has declined any further aggression from the side of Heretics, who will now go back in the other direction. This whole time, Benji Fishy has been sat on C, op in hand on Mound, waiting for an opportunity, but Alpha's playing super passive. Chronicle, on the other hand, goes pushing, only finds the one.
Spike was dropped, so they're going to have a decent idea that it was rotating. And in fact, Boaster now pushing up on B. May be able to get that extra little bit of information. The only problem is again, it looks like it will come down to Alpha.
30 seconds left.
Has to give away his position as well. They're not deciding to isolate him, and instead running through all those nanos has cost a lot of HP. Minibu's down to 40. The push is delayed. The kill is clean and easy for Alpha Yer. Now repositioning for when this cage falls and he can take a fight, but Boo wins it. Everyone on the side of Heretics is tagged. 12 seconds left to get a plan. Still a nade online. The blast back in. Here he comes, and there he goes.
God.
Leo and Dirk out of the round, and a chance for Boaster. 6 HP
Damn.
is the margin that was in it, with Wu just about holding on for long enough to deliver
That
a
was
headshot
nice
back.
fight on
6
waterfalls.
to 4 now.
He was
A
clean.
2-round gap. It's doable for this attack side to equalize at the half, and the credits are starting to run a little bit lower on Fnatic.
Yeah, it's not going to affect them massively this round. It might just leave Boaster with a weaker weapon, which has been quite a common theme, I'll be honest. We've seen that quite regularly in their matches so far. And actually, I think we just heard Benji. That was him saying not to take the operator. So maybe going to go for something a little bit quicker in some of these rounds.
No,
Not
no.
having that in play. Okay, Durka. Minibu's bit the dust again. There's been a back and forth between these duelists, but once more, it's only ended in a trade.
And there was an attempt at aggression by Boaster up on B mid, just clearing it out. Maybe even to open the door and
They have
meet up with his
partials,
teammate,
right?
but Durka gets dropped. Granted, it takes almost the entirety of Heretics to get rid of him, but they do it in the end. Now they slow it, pump the brakes, and let Fnatic second guess themselves. B site will be left open with the turret holding on to control. And the ultimate used by Benji Fishy reveals the positions of these Fnatic players. They can now look to open that door, move into the B site where they've seen it's a little bit more open, but in fact, that's all a ruse, just telling Fnatic that that's the play they want to go for instead. The stun is being set up, the play is back towards the C site. Leo's just rotated in on time. Alpha up top, to be honest, this is not a position I think they'll be very ready for. But by the looks of things, Heretics are going back once again.
Yeah. Both are in position, but he doesn't have the gun to fight them with. It's going to have to be the retake once more. And this time there isn't the
Wait,
option
Leo
to
got
force
this.
them out. Instead, though, there is Chronicle. He's
Okay,
already
don't
picked
get-
up one, and again,
Bro, Boaster,
Heretics
Boaster,
going for
Boaster.
another late rotation. Boaster, he's heard the steps. He knows that this is heading back to the A site and gives the information over to Chronicle to reposition once more. This is getting right into the late round for the side of Heretics, really playing those rotations.
10 seconds
The
left.
fact is, though, they need a kill. They need to pick up one of these players. Chronicle would be ideal, and that's exactly the man they removed. Now the remaining 3 of Fnatic, all coming from a similar position. Wu up close, ready to brawl. First goes his way, but that's the trade of the player without the gun. Leaving it into a 2v2 scenario. Rien's stun is not going to connect, but he lands the shot anyway, and even gets the second as well. Heretics' climb back continues, as they're now only 1 away.
A very impressive resurgence. 4 out of the last 5 rounds. The attack side going down, trying some new ideas, even finding opening picks, but when it's traded out like this, oh, the timing on that as well. Flash just a millisecond earlier could have changed the game. It's always easy to look back.
The credit I'll always give to Heretics, even though some of these late rotations do seem very risky, I love the fact that the whole team is always all in.
Yes.
Like, there was never anybody left behind. The second that call is made, 20 seconds, they're gone. They're going with the squad. Again, we're going to have this early battle, and again, Boaster has met the same fate. The showstopper not going to connect, and there's one on the other side. Mini boot. Just trying to clear angles at this stage, making sure they can't be caught, and well, it looks like Fnatic are going to need to win another clutch scenario as they're in a 3v5.
They even saw Alpha coming up with the trap, so flank is being watched, being held. Sends Alpha in the other direction.
Planted.
5 players still alive, but they've lost the 2v5 in the past. They need to be careful. Position of Rien's is the main danger as they cross to sight. I thought timing
your
would be what
fear.
gave him the advantage, but in fact, it's just his cracked aim that brings it across the line. Still standing in position, stun ready, on hand, pushes Alpha into the open, but still hits the shot. Rien's, no trouble to be found until Leo steps up to the scene. But there's 4 players left. Losing a 2v5 is one thing, but if Leo picks up all 4 of these kills, that's one for the books. I don't think he's getting away with this, with a player just off angle being mini boot, and the scrap through the boxes was all just a bait to get him to walk in. Wasn't needed as they win the first fight 6-6. We get an even half out of what was a 5-1 lead for Fnatic.
Yeah, they had a really good early start, which has not been common for them. And Heretics have proven, okay, we can fight back in the late game. I think one of the most impressive things for me so far this half, and this is an example of it, is you'll watch Rien's put out his stun. A player will peek him while he's doing it, and he will still be able to get his gun out and hit the headshot before they can. That's how clean this guy's aim is. That happened again in the round before, where he's pushed on while trying to stun and just manages to connect the shot. The guy really is a talent. Another one of those players we've seen come up from the tier 2, from S2G. I'm off 6-6. A great resurgence. Now onto that defensive side, and Fnatic, well, historically always known for their attack, but as it was mentioned, when they played versus Liquid, it was their defense that was impressive.
Yeah, but this is the thing about Fnatic, and we heard it from Elma Putty earlier in an interview with Zoe, that they just cannot figure out that first half. They'll do it on attack, they'll do it on defense, they'll show weaker faces, and then they'll come through half 2, completely different squad, and get out of their own way. I think that's how he put it in a lot of these games they've been playing against
Maybe he
themselves.
just needs to tape over the board that they're like 10-0 down.
It's half 2, boys.
And they'll just play good all the time. Yeah, like, oh, there was something that goes on, so we have to play with a huge deficit. You know? Maybe someone used a cam. They
Starting 7-1 down. Yeah. Don't worry, boys. Vivo Keeter back.
There.
Well, Heretics' defensive side now to be put to the test, and after a little bit of poking and prodding on the map, Fnatic are deciding to take this towards the A site, door to be opened moments from now, and a retake for Heretics. I find it very unlikely that Boo starts to scrap on these angles. We'll see how much utility Fnatic expend on the actual site control. Already Paranoia is taken out of the round, and just take a look at the sidebar. There's basically nothing left bar the refreshing utility in the late round, although it is a classics ghost round here in the pistol. We don't expect to see a ton of that supportive util. The Paranoia was the main danger, but it's still in play for Boot.
Also, just look already how deep Chronicle is currently sat, just waiting. They're going to clear every angle other than where he is, because why would anybody be that far back? It may not matter, though. Already one comes in. There's Miniboo down. And they've still got to deal with him, just causing a nuisance while the rest of Fnatic fight on the site. Finally, Rians has managed to kill him off, but by that point, the round is already over. Most are waiting within the smoke, and it's another pistol, both going the way of Fnatic.
Yeah, I think every single angle that they
Fnatic
decided to
one.
hold,
I'm
Chronicle
going
from
off.
behind, picks up one.
See you
They
guys
scrapped out
tomorrow.
across the site, holding their angles, winning the